Like when they say it like 2 or 3 times.
With all the flubs out of it.
Once I take
awesome.
them out, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'll sound like a pro. Yeah, I like me some Mac Weldon. They're pretty good. Moving back on.
How many spots we got today?
Just one.
Just one. Okay.
Just
I'm
one
waiting
today.
for that vitamin spot.
Oh, yeah. How's Git'em looking?
Git'em got the vitamins, so yeah, we're waiting. He looks better.
Does he?
He does look better, and his gimp is gone. And,
wow.
And like these may be wonder pills, but we'll reveal who's supplying him with these vitamins and once we do the spot. Though.
That I did.
Oh, I did the spot.
Yeah.
I already did the spot.
Oh, you did it?
Oh, you did the spot already?
Yeah, it was
Care of.
Care of. Yeah, that was the vitamins.
Oh, because I had you should have told me you did it because I could have played it. I could have tacked on the end of the episode. I recorded the questionnaire with me and Git'em to see what kind of vitamins he needs.
Like when we were doing that episode, I totally forgot about the spots. I was like, shit. So when I was home, I had to do them.
We'll tack it on the end of this episode.
Yeah, why not?
I'll tell Declan to tack it on.
Okay.
That's good. That the whey vanilla in that, the protein that they sent for the shake. Oh, I put that in some almond milk. It's the best.
You're taking these?
This I got, and I'm
He's beefing up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. They got this whey protein.
Oh, it's like steroids?
No, it's a powder. And it's just protein after you work out to
and it makes your muscles harder?
Well, I don't know.
What do you think?
I was going to say, what I do is make a nice shake out of it and just drink it on my back porch. I don't really worry about the working out part so much.
Drinking it out of a pitcher.
Out of a coconut. With an umbrella in it.
Crazy straw,
I don't know why I'm not fucking ripped yet.
Yeah. What's going on? This shit doesn't work.
But no, Git'em, he had this questionnaire that we did reveals a lot about the personal issues that Git'em deals with on a daily basis that, I didn't know about. I mean,
like what?
A lot of urination problems.
Really?
Git'em has urination issues?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
like in what way?
He was showing me his cranberry pills of some
He
sort
loves to
that
freak
had
out girls
the other
with
day.
like foot issues and urine issues.
Why?
Yeah, because he gets a reaction.
Like when Helen came
most
down
of the
one
time
time, she's telling him about his foot, and she's like, "Oh, she's horrified."
because if he doesn't, he's been reinforced almost like a dog. Like if he doesn't say anything, he's ignored like a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
But if he says something that well, at least I'll repulse or at least I'll get a reaction.
Right.
So he breaks out the.
At least I'm not invisible.
Yeah, I have 6 toes and
webbed feet. And shit, all that. So many things wrong with my feet. You wouldn't even believe it. They're storing urine in them.
Yeah, but he can't stay asleep. So we got the questionnaire down and we got the perfect mix of vitamins.
Yeah.
That's going to cure him. I mean, I expect him to be a changed man once this regimen is,
Do you really expect that?
He looks better already. He said he had, he wanted to solve his hair issues.
What's his hair issues?
He said that he doesn't like that he's getting some spots that he doesn't like in the back of his head. So he said, so there's some vitamins that can help him regrow hair. He said.
I mean,
really?
we're like obviously we're doing a second spot for free, but so if you want to get 50% off your first Care of order, go to Take Care Of and enter code TESD50. That's TESD50. TakeCareOf.com. Enter code TESD50, and that is for the vitamins. Yeah, just go check it out, and it has this short quiz that you can do and stuff.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we'll play the quiz that me and Git'em took, that I administered to Git'em to figure out what his ideal vitamin regimen would be.
You're like a chemist over there, man.
Well, no,
You're like
I
a doctor.
No, I just asked the questions and he answered them. Okay. I didn't come up with the exact percentage of vitamins that he needed.
Right.
But you'll find out maybe a little bit more than you want to know about Git'em, or maybe a little bit more that you didn't even know you wanted to know about Git'em.
Yeah. You're like, holy shit, I didn't know I wanted to know this, but here we are, talking urine.
Quick question for you guys.
Yeah.
Mac Weldon.
Yeah.
Which one are you guys buying? Which one is this? Just these?
The sweats?
The sweats, yeah.
Ace,
the black sweats.
Ace sweatpants, that's it. Not Radius pants.
No, the
not
Ace
Tech Chino.
sweatpants.
Not a Sunday lounge pants.
No.
Okay. So now, here we go. What do I do?
I also have like a cashmere pants and shirt for like sleeping.
Oh yeah,
real cool. And
I
stuff.
bought with my code, I bought 3 pairs of those sweatpants.
They're the best, man.
Yeah,
I really like them.
Because I said to myself, you know what? I'll use the sweatpants the most, so that's what I chose to use my code on.
So more into the wedding stuff. So we get ready that day. She gets ready with her mom, showing her tits off to anybody who wants to look. Yeah, I know. And then I guess it's time for the what do you call it? The ceremony. The ceremony. Well, going through the pictures, it's pretty funny. Like, you notice things that you didn't notice before. Now, Walt, you bought a new suit, and you looked like, it wasn't white, but you had a very, like, Tony Montana vibe about you, you know?
Tony Montana?
Yeah, like, it was, like, your shirt was buttoned down more than, like...
Scarface.
That's Scarface? Say hello to my little friend,
yeah.
I didn't think that at all. I mean,
didn't you think it?
Yeah,
I was so pale.
Gold chain. Your
I'm not saying...
buttoned a little.
No, he didn't have a gold chain. He had his...
Collar pop.
Well, I saw a gold chain.
I was not wearing a gold chain.
No, he had this
is what I was
the
wearing.
dog tag chain.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just
Yeah,
a
dog
ball
tag chain. But it was the way you were wearing it. Like the shirt, like the collar was like kind of like open a little bit. The shirt's open. The jacket's hanging open. I don't know. You look good, I thought.
Oh, thank
You
you.
look very like a smooth operator.
Suave?
Oh, yeah. I would say suave.
Yeah, it took me a long time because I was fighting tooth and nail to not wear a suit with my wife.
Right.
And she just wore me down and just, eventually just brokered a deal where I would wear the suit. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what did you get out of it?
That's some deal. Well, what was your advice on the wedding the podcast? You said just cave.
Yeah.
Right?
So you just give in. Eventually, because it's just like, I just was like, yeah, all right, I'll wear a suit.
And it was, you wore a suit, but it was like as close as you could come to not wearing a suit by opening it up.
Well, I didn't wear a tie.
Right.
That was the deal I brokered. I was like, I'll wear the suit, but I'm not going to wear the tie.
Mm-hmm. I'll show her.
Oh, wait. So we lost the episode. So your dance, they didn't hear about then.
They didn't hear about they didn't hear about anything.
Right. Okay. So
Any
I
of the
wanted to
shit we
get this
talked
in
about.
because I think that people would love this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your first dance, you guys, like, you go out and you start doing this waltz, this bullshit waltz.
Very, what would you say?
Classic slow dance.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Traditional.
Traditional, that's the word I'm looking
sword.
completely unexpected. The music changes. Did it scratch? Like,
It didn't
I
do
know
it was
scratch.
I love
actually
you.
the same
Love a
song.
good needle scratch. And then you did the dance, the full day. You start busting out disco maneuvers.
Yeah, it was
From Boogie
Commodore's
Nights, right?
Machine Gun, and it was the dance in the montage that he does.
But
In
you,
Boogie Nights.
Yeah, in Boogie Nights.
But you did it. But you did it, and you committed, and you both knew it was a full-on choreographed, perfect dance. 70s disco dance.
70s disco dance. It was pretty fun.
It was awesome.
Kept that from everybody.
Yeah, there were certain things. That's why I told you, I was like, there's certain things you're going to like.
Yeah. It was fun to watch, man.
That was one of them.
I don't
Because
think
you
we told
started out a
anyone
little-
that.
You started a little slow, and then like you just somewhere like a quarter into it, you just busted into it,
Yeah.
and then it was just going. It was great.
Because it happened faster than I thought it was going
Okay.
to. So once it started, I was like, all right, let me catch up and get there. But even like when I went back and looked at the pictures, you can tell that I'm way stiffer. And like her arms are like, they look like, look like they're broken because they're in so many different like ways, whereas mine are pretty straight. I'm a fucking white guy. I'm 53. I'm not a
My
dancer.
muscles are calcifying.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was awesome. And your idea.
It was great.
Yeah, I was like, we should do this. It's one of those things where like then later on I'm like, why did I say we should do this? Like I'm gonna fuck it
Yeah,
up.
when I'm actually learning the dance and teaching it to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, because she's been
had to-
dancing a long time, so she knew.
We had
She knew how
to
to
I
do
can
stop a
tell.
few times.
So that was fun. But even earlier, like when Sage was the flower girl and started like, I don't know, 50 feet back from where she was supposed to.
I was waiting
We were finding
around the,
petals outside.
waiting around the corner until I can come out because like you had to go to the altar first. And then I see Sage, and it's her first time seeing me, and she looked at me as if she had seen this beautiful unicorn. Like, her reaction, it made me bawl. I was crying. And then she just turns around and is like, come on, bestie. And then she starts throwing the petals, and we aren't even near the altar yet. It's just so cute.
Yeah,
and then I'm still crying, and then then it's time to walk down the aisle.
Walk down the aisle crying. Got to the altar crying.
I thought she was going to faint.
Me too.
Yeah, I was. At one point, I put my hand on her back.
Yeah, you can see it in the pictures. You're reaching out like, you're all right.
I thought she was going to go down. I was like, geez, I got to at least look like I'm going to try and do something.
Oh.
No, she was crying so hard that like so many emotions went through my head. One, I was just like, does she want to do this? I was like, she's really crying.
Yeah, there was a moment of like, uh-oh. People are going to think this is forced.
It made me cry. I started crying. Yeah.
She was, you were touched, huh?
Yeah, and Sage was crying too. And,
Well, what did she say to you?
Eric was crying.
Bestie.
Oh, yeah, when you were... Yeah, she goes, come on, bestie. Yeah. You're even getting worked up now.
Yeah, it was so touching. Eric was crying in the...
Is that what it was over, or are you sure
I
about
don't
that?
know. His head was in his hands, and he was really crying.
Yeah, she carries the weight of the emotion in the family. I don't have those feelings. And she walked down the aisle to, it started out as I think it was Pachelbel's Canon in D, right? Was it a very traditional wedding march, and then gave way. There's another little Easter egg that I planted. It gave way to Sanford and Son.
Mm-hmm. A string quartet
playing Sanford and Son.
Yeah, and the Psycho theme, and like so many cool things you had to do.
Yeah, they had a bunch of cool songs. Psycho sounded great.
Psycho sounded so good.
Yeah, but the Sanford and Son, I mentioned it, and she was like, "Oh, we'll see," and that was like way more positive than I thought she'd be about something so ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
but then it was like I didn't even really talk you into it. You just like decided.
I booked it. Yeah.
So that was fun. It was good. We just wanted it to be not very traditional, but still very fun for everyone.
It was great.
Well, to talk about your vows, I mean, I thought maybe some half the room loved them. And I think half the room may have not have been all that jazzed with the some of the jokes that you put in there.
Yeah, well, she went first, and your vows were sweet. Yeah. They were pretty nice.
Oh yeah, there was no issues.
Well, she called me petty.
No issues.
But then when it was time for my vows, I don't have them in front of me, and I asked the guy for the audio, but he still hasn't gotten it to me yet.
You asked yesterday.
But there were, I asked you at the beginning of the week.
How many references to
banging her?
Yeah, how many?
Well, there were only 2, and they were in 2 separate speeches. So really, there's an average of 1 per speech. But the first vows.
There were more than 2.
Were there?
There were more than 2. Because I remember that night being 3. Wow! I said to you, you put 3 references to having sex with the man's daughter in your wedding ceremony.
We saw a picture of him too.
Father.
Yeah, it was. He looked very like sort of stoic in most of the pictures, and then there was one where like. The ceremony had started, and he was turning back.
Yeah, like he was taking his seat. He had taken my bouquet and was sitting down, and
he was crying. He was crying like he just read a fucking greeting card.
Now I got a question. I don't know if I'm being too intrusive. Would that be the word?
Sure.
Depends on what you're going to say.
But now, traditionally, the father pays for the wedding, but this is not a traditional wedding.
Some of it was traditional.
He paid for it?
He didn't pay for all of it. Yeah. He gave her. He said he told you when you were young, right? If you should ever get
what yesterday?
No,
when she was young.
I remember when I was like 10 years old, my dad told me there's X amount of money in the safe for you if you ever want to elope. At 10 years old, I'm like, what does elope even mean? But
do you think technically he shouldn't have given it to you?
So you took the money from the safe?
Had somebody crack it?
No, he just gave me.
Oh, okay.
He just gave me that
the eloping money.
Amount of money.
The eloping money, yeah. Money goes fast, and I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
And when you're having a wedding, it's just like.
Oh yeah, well, you're doing it at a little bit different stage of life, so you had a little bit more at your disposal than we had to, for our wedding, but. It didn't
but
matter.
I don't remember your wedding paling. It was, your wedding was way bigger than mine. You had a lot of people there. It was like, it was a pretty cool
nice.
affair.
Yeah. As I say, it doesn't matter what you spend on